There's a larger issue here. There are 600,000 dead Ukrainian soldiers now. That's a rough number, but it could be more, but it's certainly not less. This is our fault. We've done this to the people of Ukraine. How many people remain in Ukraine? I don't really know. Maybe 15, 16, 17 million, 18 million. Millions have left. The country is ruined because of us and our intervention, not anything Russia has done. Until recently, Russia has exercised enormous restraint. When he says Russia's not holding anything back, he's dead wrong.
At the end of the day, we have heard his threats since the very beginning of the war, sometimes including threats of use of tactical nuclear weapons, and they have proved empty again and again and again. They're hollow. And he establishes red lines. Ukraine has crossed every red line. And again, he's doing everything he can to destroy Ukraine, to deny its right to exist, and to eliminate it as an independent country. He's not holding anything back.
He couldn't be more wrong. Remember, this is the same man who advertised repeatedly every time there was a Ukrainian offensive. I'm very confident that the Ukrainians have mastered combined arms warfare, and we're going to see evidence for this, and there will be victory. It's all nonsense. It's all crap. He doesn't know what he's talking about. And combined arms is a World War II concept. That's not what you're seeing in Ukraine now anyway.
Yeah.
The bottom line is that none of these people have any credibility. No one should listen to anything they say. And as far as Russia is concerned, simply because Russia has not yet committed to the use of a nuclear weapon doesn't mean they can't. And he also is stating something else that's fundamentally false. Putin has never threatened to use a nuclear weapon. He has said repeatedly, we've got them, and if we're pushed to do so, we'll use them. But he's made it very clear that they would not be the first to do so. Now, they've watched carefully the statements that have come out of Biden's mouth, where Biden talked about, no, we're not going to sign up for no first use. We're reconsidering our use of nuclear weapons in the future. The Russians are very concerned about that. So they've moved weapons forward. They are positioned to strike with so-called tactical nuclear weapons if they need to. But the notion that somehow or another the Russians haven't held back is just absurd. If anything, they've held back tremendously because, again, they have no interest in murdering large numbers of Ukrainian Slavs. We're the ones that put the biolabs into Ukraine. And we're the ones that oversaw and supervised experimentation in these labs designed for biological warfare. People are claiming that they were looking at ways to kill Slavs. Now, that's insane based on DNA. I have no way of knowing whether or not any of it is true, but that sort of thing has reached Russia. I mean, this is you cannot engage in these activities, put all these biolabs on the ground, put all the weaponry that is there, make the statements you have about Russia, and then expect the Russians to sit there, take it, and accept it, and do nothing. So pushing and pushing. We're going to get that. We're going to cross that red line at some point. And everybody's going to say, "Gosh, how did this happen?"
Along those lines, there was something that Zelensky said, and I don't have this clip available at the moment, in his UN Security Council speech that he made yesterday, where he said that one of the reasons why he wanted all this help from the world is because he has proof that Russia is getting ready to strike 3 nuclear power stations in Ukraine. Now, I can't imagine just on the surface of it why anyone who's winning a war would ever do that in the territory that they hope to actually occupy, or at least to have their people live in. But I just wonder what your view is on that.
Well, Dan, we have experience with the Russians taking over a nuclear power station in Ukraine. The Ukrainians were trying to damage it. They were trying to cause an accident that would contaminate the area around the plant and potentially other areas of Ukraine. The Russians went in there. They set up extensive protection measures. They brought in the International Atomic Agency inspectors. Everyone came in there and said the Russians are doing everything they possibly can to ensure that nothing is damaged, that there are no accidents, that the place is not being attacked. It was the Ukrainians who were trying to do the damage. So all of these are just lies upon more lies. And I don't know what to tell the American people. They should be smarter by now. They should look at the map. Look at the truth. Look what's happening on the ground. You've had people like Petraeus and Keene and others tell us that they're winning. But you look at the map and you look at the losses. You can look at the satellite photography that shows the enormous numbers of graves, the hospitals that have been filled to capacity, the numbers of dead that are being transported. Who are we kidding? This is a big lie. It needs to stop. On humanitarian grounds, it should stop immediately, because if we want anything of Ukraine to survive, now's the time to stop it. And we're making it impossible for Ukraine to ever recover. And I guess we're thinking that perhaps without people, BlackRock and friends can come in there and take it over, and they'll be happier with a place that has no people in it. I don't know. But the whole thing is insane. This needs to stop. Donald Trump is right. And he's saying, if you elect me, I will stop it. Well, God bless him. I hope he does, because my concern is that he'll get in there and a lot of people that surround him with bad intentions will try to dissuade him from ending this. We just need to end it and get out.